Well, morning, Mr. Artist in Recovery, Mr. Daryl, sir. It's 2:34 on West Coast time. It's the 22nd of January, 2024. Yeah, I caught your vid this morning. Uh, but you should know me. I'm the Weaver of Rosemond. Yeah, just getting a thing set up. I've seen half of it anyway, but I also was watching the videos that you posted out there regarding hecklers. But I hadn't watched the entire video, so I'm going to put this on pause. There's a lot of things I'm agreeing with at this point here because I just seen your entire thing, but I made some corrections in your comments concerning about the videos that you did cover and didn't cover. One of the videos wasn't what you said, so I found it, put it in YouTube. Regarding the yellow lighting situation, Whitney Houston doing the national anthem, well, she is a copyrighted material. And that's why the zeros and ones had deemed you as a yellow light during that time. So you have to watch it with the artists. Their copyright material, and they have to be commented. It's been happening to me a couple of times. I get warned on that one. Once the copyright has been lifted, they'll still mention it online, but you gotta watch it on that one. Regarding the chicken shits, yeah, aren't they kids? Aren't they kids? Or are these actually guys in our age group doing this kind of shit? You're right, they are kind of chicken shit. I mean, they'll get it on there because they want to get their faces and their egos known and get ego pushed up. But man, when it comes down for debates or anything else like that, we already lost the age of civility at this point. We already did. It's not just men, it's also women as well. I keep running into the same recycled crap, and it's still the same stuff over and over again, and even women have the same issues. What's being bounced around left and right from independent to independent to independent to independent is a few of the women out there are wanting death and destruction of a certain current administrator. Yeah. Um, I also have to remind you of something as well. And the reason why I try to learn more about the history and trying to remember more and more about this thing because it's more and more relevant. See, we weren't exactly civilized either when we started out with the Continental Congress, drafting up the Declaration of Independence, and we've already got our Congress going, and we have already had knockdown dragouts in our Congress regarding the House of Representatives and Senate. Now, the Senate was supposed to be was supposed to be there to calm things down, but the House of Representatives are all a bunch of hotheads. That's why they mentioned in the Federalist Papers that uh, it's a cup and saucer situation here. The cup is the hot drink, your hotheads in Congress. But the saucer is supposed to cool and mellow them out a little bit, and that's the Senate. There's been a lot of stuff back and forth back in the past. I mean, when they started out. So it was not exactly the most peaceful time during those days. They didn't have the rules of civility created just yet. We just got the country formed and already we're trying to tear each other apart because our own opinions are vastly different that, you know, and about 100 years later, it got even worse. You ever heard of the Civil War? Yeah. So these days, I guess it's our time to deal with the hotheads. Hotheads of our time, hotheads of the future generation, not to mention the previous generation and the current generation, and what they think America should be. Or is that supposed to be America? With no capital A, but just a small M, and saying America, not America, with a capital A in it, in front of it, that says America. There's a difference. I guess they were raised differently at this point over here and never bothered to learn anything, actually. The Trumplicants, I think, are educated idiots. No, 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 no. Scratch that, scratch that, scratch that. They're just idiots. And they're following an idiot over here who thinks he's going to lead the country one way and then want the country in the ruin. Going over to the videos that I was watching. Biden, when he was speaking, I think this was last year, and this one guy was trying to pose a question concerning about the oil drilling out in Alaska. And yeah, Biden said he was going to get back to him later on that one, but they were taking him out. If the guy was being held, I don't think he was going to be charged for any major things, maybe minor. But if they were going to hold a guy for questioning, and if Biden was going to actually have a conversation with the guy, hopefully, to discuss the situation, the guy looked like he was a little civilized about it because he was trying to pose a question. But he wasn't a reporter. He was a citizen trying to pose a question to his elected official. If Biden was going to be looking at it that way, and so was VP Harris on that one, as a citizen sticking up for his rights, we have the right to question our leaders. We have the right to demand answers from our leaders, from our elected officials, because we put these assholes in office. And yeah, I do cuss, and if I have to, I will. I have the freedom of doing that. The algorithms don't like it, neither does the marketing. But I am not doing this to upset you, Daryl, or anybody else. I'm doing it as a demonstration of just how far, when you're doing terms and conditions on private media versus the public, it's a different story altogether. You weren't being tagged because of the guy's finger being shown or being hidden, but it was still there anyway. It was because of Whitney Houston and the copyrighted music, as I was trying to explain originally. So it wasn't about the damn finger. We have the freedom of speech. We can disagree if we want to. And yeah, there was a hell of a lot of disagreement at this point. And not quite civil, as we noted. I mean, we think that we have civility in our government. We have civility. Not quite. Not quite. Civility has to be learned and earned. It has to be learned at home how to be civil with another person, unless, of course, you're into knockdown dragouts at home or anywhere else, and you think you're right, so therefore you got to beat the shit out of people. And yes, I will use language. I will use guttural language if I want to make a point at this point over here. And if I'm going to be confrontational at this point over here, if I'm going to be forewarning my people that I am confrontational because I think I am important, I am sticking my chest out, I am doing the ego at this point over here. Don't you understand? It is my will, my ego, my thought patterns. I will dominate because I am the bully at this point over here. And I will bully you into this situation over here. I will get close to the camera. Oh my god, it's a camera. But I want my face shown. No, I don't. But I want my actions shown. There must be a digit raised in defiance. Even though this may be a threat. But I want to be threatening and intimidating with my ego at work. I want to show, hey God, he's got camera, he's got light. And here's the difference on this one here, pal. You want to hear the funny damn thing about this one here. Social media is replete with a lot of these hecklers, but worse off, the male and female Karens. Okay, can we do a Karen on you? I mean, can we make it as a joke or as an example at this point? Okay, let's just say, Mr. Artist in Recovery, we are using you as a guinea pig in our little experiment here, okay? But you already provided some of it anyway. You already posted an experiment right there. You had an example of you taking a knee. I can't do that these days. I'll bust my kneecaps. Can't get up. But if I'm going to be hearing the Pledge of Allegiance these days, I mean, I'll do the Pledge of Allegiance. I'll do the standing for the national anthem at this point over here. But when Trump was in town, it's like, I mean, I could do this to the maggots out there. Come on, man, it's America. You got to celebrate it. Who's leading? Trump is. I think I would have been the one going like this. You want to say that again? You communist! You socialist! Yeah, I'm not going to put you in the guinea pig because you've already been a guinea pig already. No, I'll use myself as a guinea pig. That's better. Okay. So if I'm going to be there, it's like, what are you going to do? This video will be seen by a lot of people eventually down the road. And if they're still following Trump's mentality or that kind of mentality that's already been there already, he just exposed it. But we've already had the underlying current of this thing, Daryl. We've had it for a long while. Our system is set up for disagreements at this point over here because it's supposed to be a democracy. And unfortunately, it does take a lot of a person to read and try to understand and try to discuss why our democracy is, how it was founded, how it was based. People don't want to take the damn time. They're too damn lazy for it. That's why I keep blaming voters. In a lot of my videos, I keep blaming voters because it's up to them. If they want to be that stupid about things and they want things the way they are, it's on them. That's why I blame the voters. The system is for voters to make those kind of decisions. Intelligent decisions, we certainly hope, because we of the theoretical elites, we want things to be intellectual. But the problem is, it isn't all that simple in our country. We have people who are uneducated because they don't go through the schools for one reason or another. And if they don't decide to continue with their education and just go happily through their life without the education, well, then that's on them. But thinking about the important decisions of our country, even they have the right, no matter how disagreeable, no matter how utterly disagreeable we find them, they still have the right to vote. They still have the right to speak. And if they want to rally into people, fine. But if they're going to start saying that my group is superior to everyone else because I say so or we say so, and try to force it down people, yeah, we don't like that. And yeah, there will be conflict on that one. There will be conflict on it. They want it. They got it. We want things intellectual. They don't. They want the baseball bats. They want to produce the baseball bats. They want to produce the fear. Because they do prey on the weak. And that makes them more superior in every way, they think. Because we are above them. We are predators. We are weak. I mean, we are. With the ego puffing out, and so is the damn chest, and so is the damn head popping out left and right. Yeah. If I had better knees, and I was listening to the national anthem being played during Trump, maybe I would have taken a knee and then folded my arms. But it would have been pissing them off even further if I took the American flag and put it upside down as distress. That would piss them off even further. I hope so. But the thing is, I don't wear that kind of crap on me anyway. I don't do the American flag to prove I'm a loyal American. Under whose version of America are you looking at? Some lunatic douchebag who wants to destroy the country. He keeps claiming that the other party's doing it, but he's doing it actually. It's been proven, but they don't hear it. They've been shown it, but they don't care. They're programmed. They're worse than cultists at this point. Another video on this one here, pal.